Happy Sunday morning. It's Kim. Hope you guys are all well. Wanted to take a moment to explain what's going on in this video. I sit and review Spokane Police body cam footage of any event that has anything to do with TCAPP, which is the church at Planned Parenthood. Yesterday, I got a new packet download, and I started going through it, and once again, this is actually the third time, the police officers have been incredibly confused by our signs. So I want to take a moment to clarify that. I also want to let you guys know, Greg Locke was the guest speaker that night. This was for August 18th, 2020. Greg Locke will actually be speaking at Ken's new church, Patriot Church, this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 3 p.m. our time. But what a perfect opportunity to capitalize on Greg's little appearance on Ken's new TV show. So here we go. Like I said, this is the third time it's happened. It's really, honestly, pretty entertaining. So some signs that I made, which were specifically directed at Greg Locke, were maybe misinterpreted. You can see for yourself. I'm going to roll the first clip.
See, I don't understand their sign. I mean, it's like, I'm going to take my work boots and kick your teeth in, right? I want to take these work boots and I'm going to kick your teeth down your throat.
And then it says pastor something. So I'm curious if...
Maybe he said that.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I don't really get that. I'm like, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know the backstory to that. Yeah.
So no, I did not threaten Pastor Greg Locke, and they weren't necessarily insinuating that I was threatening him. They just couldn't quite figure out what that was on that sign. So that sign relates to a viral video that Greg posted about, he actually said that in a viral video about a Dunkin' Donuts manager, because poor Greg, poor persecuted little Greggy, was so mad that he was told he needed to wear a mask in their facility. So he made a video actually threatening to kick in this manager's teeth. That's what that sign says. Here's the sign. Yeah, I made that sign. I made the next sign I'm going to show you too. The next sign was even more controversial, and you're about to see why.
Now, see signs like this that say, fuck you, Melissa, and stuff like that? I'm like, I'm not sure we should allow that. That's like, kind of right on the border of inciting, you know what I mean? Doing stuff that's kind of inciting a fight type stuff. Yeah. It's like, I get freedom of speech and stuff, but at the same time, you're kind of walking a thin line there. You're kind of right on the, yeah. If you're showing a sign across to all these people saying, F you this person, F you that person, and all this derogatory stuff, it's like, I'm not sure that's the best. Yeah. You're kind of asking for a fight.
I would agree.
Seems in my opinion, right?
Yeah. It's definitely bad taste. It's like, obviously the whole reason you're doing it is trying to get a reaction.
You're trying to bait, right? You're trying to bait them over there. You're trying to bait them to come over, and then a fight ensues, right? Yeah. So it's like,
It's dumb, but, I mean, technically, with what it is, it still falls under...
It's tough, you know, like I said. I mean, you're kind of inciting, but you're not. So it's like, all right.
We get Emmy Lou now, too. So no, those signs were not at all intended to bait anybody across the street to make them come over. We actually do not want those people in our presence, especially in the middle of a pandemic. So what those signs were to do was to let the TCAPP people know the kind of things that this godly pastor says. So I'm going to post screenshots of those text messages as well, taken from the website bullpitandpen.com. And that specific sign about his ex-wife Melissa was I combined things that he said from two different text messages. Just a quick little lesson for Officer Heiss and the other officer that was in the car that I'm uncertain exactly who it was. But you put quotation marks around something to denote that somebody actually said that. And that's why at the bottom I also wrote Pastor Greg Locke to ex-wife Melissa. Because we're not actually saying, fuck you, Melissa, to somebody across the street. That's not what we're saying. We're, consider it public service. We're just notifying the folks across the street that the man that they're listening to is a wretched human being. That day we also had another sign that said, Greg Locke is a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Greg Locke is a deadbeat dad. I don't think Greg is.
I don't know. I think he's... Well, if he's one of the pastors, I don't know.
My assumption is he's someone over on that side.
He is, so... Anyways, they go around and around.
You're right, officer. Greg Locke is somebody on that side. And Greg Locke is a deadbeat dad. There's been also on bullpitandpen.com. There's plenty of articles about that, including, he abused his ex-wife. He cheated on his ex-wife with his now wife. The kids have all been dispersed to various households. He hasn't paid child support, that sort of thing. So all of that information is readily available to you. Now, also, why we held those signs is because last time Greg Locke was in town, we caught video from a man named Daniel Rusk, who goes by the name Preach Daniel online. Now, Stronger Together Spokane has an extensive history with Daniel Rusk. He did call me a hag. That video actually got posted on 500 Drag Queen Strong page this morning, if you want to look that up. But he is a foul-mouthed hillbilly who likes to call women names and tells women to put more clothes on when they're fully dressed. It's weird. So, anywho, when Greg Locke came to town last time, Daniel Rusk had something to say about it.
Oh, isn't that cute?
I know that guy. Greg Locke.
All right, isn't that cute? Got some holier than thou going on over there.
Well, that was fun. Many of the TCAPP speakers, not just Greg Locke, have been really controversial amongst the TCAPP congregation. So we find it's really interesting when they kind of like stand up and turn on each other like that. And then also the other reason why I wanted to make this video is because, as you could see in these clips, officers kind of make assumptions about things. The Spokane Police Department and all the body cam footage I've been watching, they have opinions about us. They really do. And those opinions actually get relayed onto the next officer as it being truth. Public service announcement. Feel free to ask us what we're doing, what our intentions are. We've never shied away from the fact that we are, at certain points in time, trying to be a little bit controversial, trying to get people to take notice, because we feel that we need to vary up the tactics for what we're doing when we are countering groups like TCAPP, because the same things month after month don't work. So we got to keep it creative. I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday, and if you feel like watching Greg Locke at Patriot Church tonight, tune in. I'll be watching it. If you'd rather stub your toe on the coffee table, I get that. That's perfectly viable alternative to watching Greg Locke on Ken's new show. I'll just stop now. You guys have a great day. Bye.